And yes, we're about to start this session. So, so many people will be joining very soon. And you can also, if you're already on the space, you can also share the link to your friends. You can also retweet so that more people can join the call. So at about from 3 to 4 minutes from now, we'll start off while most people join the call. Yeah, thank you, everybody. They can't use Twitter yet or whatever. And some people say they were banned or something. So we're trying to send Zoom link so that some people can connect through Zoom. Well, I don't like I don't like wasting time. Once we started. So just give me some minutes. Let me see if I can connect to Zoom so we can be on Zoom and on Twitter at the same time.
This is a sample.
Sorry, it's for the delay.
This is a sample of a voice transformer. This is a sample of a voice transformer. This is a sample of the
Okay, good evening, everybody. We're actually streaming on two places, on Zoom and on Twitter Space. And we're about to start off right about now. And it's being recorded on Zoom. So I don't know if, let me see. I'm actually muted. Okay, so please, I just need a confirmation from Mr. Frank if I can be heard on Twitter and on Zoom at the same time.
Yes, you can.
Okay, so how clear am I? Okay, you're muted. I asked if I was clear enough on Twitter and on Zoom at the same time. So I wanted to be sure so we can start.
Yes. In comparison with Zoom, so they're not thinking exactly at the same time, but yeah, you can just continue.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Okay, good evening, everybody. You're welcome to today's session of Pickinich. And today we'll be talking Nexus token. We're talking about tokens, actually. So you're sure going to have an amazing time. You're going to learn a whole lot of things. And if you have questions, you can bring your questions. You can ask your questions. Okay, good evening, sir. It's nice to have you on Pickinich today, though we tried to do something else we've not done. It's usually on Zoom, but for the first time we're using Twitter. So we have to actually make our community members get used to Twitter, because yes, we have to evolve as time goes on. Okay, so can you just tell us about yourself, introduce yourself, because I'm sure most people on the call don't really know who you are. So you can just give us a light intro and then kick off.
All right. So thank you for having me today. My name is Franklin. Peters. I'm the founder and CEO of Boundless Nexus. I'm also the founder and CEO of Grind Earn. And it's a pleasure to be here today.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, I've had you on the show before, and you got to tell us about how you got into crypto, how you started your journey. So, won't mind getting a little short and quick crypto story. Your crypto story.
So, my crypto story is quite interesting. But it goes way back. When I think way back to 2014. Yeah, 2014. I was doing a bit of what
people know as network marketing, right? Was educating people on
a couple of things relating to internet. My message was very simple. The future is on the internet. Things are no longer going to remain analog. That was the advent of e-commerce in Africa, when a lot of people were getting to understand how to use Jumia. I just remembered now, I was one of the premium sellers in Jumia back in the days when they kicked it off. So yeah, I was helping people on the internet. So most people still did a lot of things in cyber cafe. People had shelves and cabinets with files all over the place, and my message to them was to help them move their data to the internet, and that was it. So I was part of a company, and we were helping people own their websites, get domain names. And this thing I'm saying is not more than 15 years, not up to 10 years. Say 15 years ago. It's not up to 18 years ago, I would say, because it was around 2013, right? 2013. It's not even up to 12 years ago. So yeah, this is how fast things have evolved. So I was doing that. One of my students those days walked up to me and told me, "So there's this platform I am exploring. I play some games like poker game, and all this kind of gambling kind of stuff." And he said he was making money doing that. So I asked him how which type of money. He said it's coins. I asked him which coin. He told me it's Bitcoin. So and with this Bitcoin he's making, he can use it to pay for more perks in the game, and he can also convert it to fiat naira. But it wasn't so easy to do that. So I told him, okay. So how much have you made? He told me some couple of coins. Okay, no problem. But then I kind of discouraged him. I told him that okay, like this is not really going to make you so much money like what we are doing currently. And focus on what we are doing. And that was it. So a year later, the very guy was able to cash out some coins, and he made some good amount of money from it. That Bitcoin then. So I learned my lesson. The lesson was when you see new opportunities or things you don't fully understand, research about it. This has been my mantra, and this is what keeps me ahead. I research so much on things when I hear about them for the first time. So now, So now, how did I get in? So I understood that when I found out, I tried to buy my first set of Bitcoins, and the platform I wanted to buy the Bitcoin from didn't allow me to buy it. It was Coinbase. It wasn't open to Africans. So I resorted to buying from somebody I saw on a WhatsApp group. His name was Ibrahim. So he posted on that WhatsApp group that if you want to buy Bitcoin, just send me a DM. So I sent him a DM. Ibrahim told me the rates. I wanted to buy some bulk coins, but I really didn't trust him. So I sent $50 money to him. He sent me the coin. The next day I sent another $100. He sent me the coin. Another day I sent $50. He sent me the coin. So I became very comfortable trading with him. It took like about 2 weeks of consistently doing transactions, and he was responding very speedily, right? So he gained my trust. So eventually, one day I now wanted to buy, like, I think it was about 5 Bitcoins. I really can't remember how many. So I sent the money to him, and Ibrahim told me his phone battery was dead. I said, okay, he still wanted to go and charge his phone. I gave him some time. Till today, Ibrahim is still charging his phone. He has not called me back. I've not gotten my coins. And I mean, it was a very sad experience. I lost the money. So I promised myself that I was going to share as much knowledge, education to people on cryptocurrencies. And I was going to build a platform that would beat Coinbase at the time, and that people would be able to buy and sell cryptocurrencies without being scammed. So that was my grand entry into crypto. And I entered crypto not just as an investor, but as a builder and an educator. And
Wow.
yeah, that's what it has been to today.
Oh, that's a very amazing story. I think I've heard the story of Ibrahim.
Actually, mind PI.
yes. As funny as it may sound,
most people that
DM'd me,
DM
ask
me,
me.
to
So
ask
like,
me. So
I started
like,
hearing about
I
Pi
started
like
hearing
2 years
about
ago,
Pi like 2 years
and
ago.
I remember
And I remember
2 years ago
2
when
years ago when
it was in Lagos.
it was in Lagos.
My should I say caretaker in Lagos then?
Caretaker in Lagos
He was every day he was talking about Pi. And I'm like, okay, so when he asked me what I was doing, because he saw my car, saw my house, like he was asking me like, what do you do? I told him I'm into crypto. He said, me, I'm also into crypto. I said, okay, like, do you trade? He told me no. Like, he mines Pi. What I said in my heart was like, so when they call people that do crypto, you also come out. Pardon me. But that was the feeling I had in my heart. So, but in the surface, I was like, oh, that's nice. Pi, tell me more about it. The guy was preaching to me, he was telling me that the owners of this crypto are some Oxford graduates or professors in Oxford University. And I did a bit of research. I never saw anything. Yeah, of course, anybody can graduate from anywhere. It doesn't the fact that it's connected to those places doesn't really make it. So I think you muted me.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. All right. So those on tweet on Zoom, I don't know. They were saying it's echoing. But
Muted on Zoom. Sorry, you're muted on Zoom.
So if I unmute it, then it will be echoing. But I mean, maybe you guys will have to manage it that way. So he told me that so he had about 10 once he was mining. So but the question I asked him was very simple. Like, do you pay in order to mine? He said no. I asked him, do you have to register with money? He said no. He said no. All you need is your phone. I told him, okay, no problem. In business, what you need to do is to check your risk and your reward. You understand? Your risk and your reward. So the risk you are taking, are you taking risk, too much risk? If your risk is manageable, then go ahead. So if it's not real, it's not going to work out, then you didn't lose any money, you only lost time. You understand? If it works out, then you know you took a wise risk. This is the thing. So that's what I told you. Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
So I'm bothered about the Zoom people. Twitter, give us a few seconds. Let's fix it.
Okay, I think you should mute your audio on Twitter and use just Zoom. That way it can work better.
Okay. On Twitter, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Okay. I muted. Okay, please. Everybody should please join our Twitter space. Because it's going to keep. I think that's fine. Yeah, it's going to keep echoing. If you're on Zoom, just join on Twitter. Just download Twitter. It's not hard. Just download Twitter.
the link,
Yeah.
then you have access to the space.
Yeah.
Let's not just be and to those people that want to do one thing same way. Let's learn new things. So please just download Zoom and Twitter and go on Twitter. If they block your previous account, you can actually open another account or something. Okay, someone said Zoom is fine now.
That's because we are the one talking. When me, I'm talking, it will echo.
Okay. Okay, we can just go on. Time is past spent. So today we're supposed to be talking about tokens. We're supposed to be talking about Nexus token. So before we dive into getting to know more about Nexus token, can you just
All right, so a token is a cryptocurrency that is built on is a token you can pay back later. The beautiful thing about this is that you are not being charged interest on these loans. You are not being charged interest on the loans. So, and you nobody is disturbing you. You don't need to get your grandmother's wrapper. You don't need to cut your finger. You don't need to get landed property documents or get collaterals or people to come and guarantee you before you can take the loan. Once you have a boundless pay app, then you have access to the loan. So we have several other things, but the most interesting part of all this is that your transactions are fast, they are swift, and they are, your transaction fees are very, very low. One more thing before I hand over to you. You will be able to send money using phone number and email addresses in your boundless pay account. So if you have someone that have boundless pay account as well, you can send money to the person using their phone number or their email, and you will not pay any single fee. So it's going to be zero transaction fee on such kind of transactions. So what the Nexus token does is that you get added advantage, in boundless pay. So everything you can do with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other coins in boundless pay, when you use the Nexus token, which is going to be listed on the app to do those things, you will do those things for free. So where you swap one coin to another, and you pay maybe some percent fee, if you do it with Nexus, you pay zero transaction fee. So instead of even being charged, you get cash back for transacting. Plus, if you stake or save or invest in boundless pay with Nexus token, if you do it with other coins, where you get, for instance, where you get maybe 5% on other coins, with Nexus token, you may get 20%. So it's more like a yield multiplier. You get more benefits, staking or investing with Nexus token. So everything you are doing with Nexus token on boundless pay is at a very low almost zero transaction fee, and with cashback attached to it.
Okay, I'll sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
You still come back to that. I'll still ask you the use cases of Nexus token, which is what you actually.
Or use boundless pay for your crypto savings. So in boundless pay, you can save in crypto. The way you save in Naira in your bank account, you can save in crypto, and it is calculated in dollars. So in boundless pay, let's assume you have $5,000 in your wallet, and you have been saving in the wallet. Maybe you've saved up to $5,000 in the wallet for a purpose, right? Maybe you want to buy a car, you want to get married, you want to solve some problem, and your target is to save up to maybe $10,000 for that purpose, right? If you have saved maybe up to 5,000, up to 1,000 or whatever, and then you have an urgent need for money, instead of breaking your targets and canceling your savings, which of course we will not allow you to do so if you are participating in the target savings, right? You can't stop the savings until you hit your target. That's the beautiful thing about it. So imagine, you have an urgent need for money and you cannot break that savings. So you can now make use of the crypto-backed loan. So the system now recognizes your savings as a collateral, right? And you can get a loan. So let's assume
there's actually a collateral.
So yeah, it's collateral, but we are not asking you to get a landed property or to get your car. Do you understand? We are not asking you for external collateral. It's your money. We are not, you understand? I mean, you can't go to the bank in Nigeria and tell them you have 1 million. They should give you a loan of 700,000.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's actually your money. You are saving it for something. So we are not asking you for anything extra. Your savings is still there for you, but we can give you a loan knowing that you are saving in boundless pay, basically. So you won't really have it collateral. So it protects us, because maybe you have $5,000 and you take a loan of $4,000 or $3,000, right? If you don't pay us back the $4,000, then you are going to forfeit your entire $5,000. So who is losing? You are losing. You understand? So if you want to get back your $5,000, you have to pay back what you took as a loan. So at the end of the day, you are bound to actually pay back what you took. You can't run away.
Okay, so you mentioned something. It's actually not part of the questions I have for you, but yeah, you mentioned it. So if I'm going to save on boundless pay and I can still also stake on boundless pay, why should I save when I can stake?
So there are two different financial instruments. The first one, which is staking, has to do with you staking your coin on the protocol to earn coin in return. In savings, you are saving in dollars, because you can't call it savings. Let's assume you are saving Bitcoin and then the price is going down and going up. You understand? So what are you really saving?
Yeah.
So in the savings, everything is calculated in dollars. So if you have a target, so imagine your target is to save $10,000 and you are saving in Bitcoin. So maybe by the time you started saving the Bitcoin price was maybe $50,000 per Bitcoin. And by the time you now finish saving, the price of Bitcoin is now $35,000 per Bitcoin. You see that you've actually not saved anything. In fact, you lost money. Even though it can also go up. But you can't save in speculation. That is not saving. So yes. So the savings, saves for you in dollars, even though you can use Bitcoin for the savings, but it calculates your savings in dollars. But the staking calculates your money in the coin itself. So you are earning extra coins. So if you stake 1 Bitcoin, you'll be getting maybe 0.00 something, 1 Bitcoin. And at the end of the day, you go home with 1 point something Bitcoin, maybe 1.2, 1.1, whatever Bitcoin. And it doesn't matter what the price of Bitcoin is. We don't have control over that. You just want to multiply your Bitcoin or any other coin. So that's the difference between staking and saving.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so presently NFTs are all over the place. It's the trendy thing now. And also recently I saw CZ tweeted that if you create a token, create value around that token, create good use cases, and definitely that token is going to thrive. So what are the use cases apart from this ones you just mentioned, what other use case are you bringing to Nexus token?
All right. So apart from that, what are the other use cases of Nexus on, Nexus itself? The use cases are enormous. They are much more than just being the native token of boundless pay. Outside boundless pay, the Nexus token has its own personal utilities, and it's exploring is going to be. We're going to be using it to explore every other aspect of the decentralized markets, including NFTs, metaverse, DeFi, GameFi, any other thing that is outside payments. Because within the boundless pay ecosystem, the Nexus token is going to be functioning as a payment tool, or it's going to be facilitating anything that has to do with payments, right? But outside the boundless pay ecosystem, it's going to be performing several other things. So if you are holding the Nexus token, you'll be able to mint Nexus NFTs. We are launching an NFT gallery. We call it the Nexus Gallery. So this Nexus Gallery is the first of its kind, is one of its kind. Let me not say first of its kind. There are a couple of other ones, but it's going to be one of a kind, right? It's going to be giving access to creators. Who are creators? Creators are people like you who know how to draw with your pen or with your pencil or with charcoal. People like you who can use your laptop to create digital arts. People like you who can sing, you can make music, you can, you can make beats, beats, you know what I mean by beats, soundtracks, people who can make short video clips, creators generally, right? So all these people, they depend currently on third-party platforms to get their content to their audience. So if they are going to make money from those contents, it goes through centralized, platforms, and those platforms take a huge share of whatever money they are making before it even gets to them as creators. So for the first time, NFTs is empowering people to have full control and full ownership of their intellectual property, while making the full benefits or profits of those their creations. So the Nexus Gallery will help creators to be able to list their content, their arts in different categories, and be able to reach their targeted audience directly from the platform, right? And then they will be able to make money whenever people purchase, those their contents or resell those their contents. So Nexus token is going to be powering this platform as well. It's going to be like acting as a fuel when people want to perform transactions. The Nexus token is going to be acting like BSC, in as the word BSC, Binance Smart Chain token, does on Trust Wallets. That's what the Nexus token is going to be doing on this platform. You understand? And then aside from that, you will be able to what do you call it, mint NFTs by yourself. So there is another platform we're also working on right now. And just like I said, when I was starting my journey, on the internet, I was telling people, take your business from the analog ways into the digital ways, so that the world will know about you. Your customers will no longer be the people in your streets or your neighborhood, but people from all over the world, right? So right now, the message have changed from that into if your business is Web 2.0 based, it means that you are going to be obsolete within the next 2 years. And that is the truth, right? Anybody that has a website and their website is not Web 3.0 powered, those websites would soon become obsolete, and people will not feel secure using those platforms. So what Nexus is doing to solve a problem around that is, we've partnered with, recently we just partnered with Forward Protocol, and we also partnered with Unicos, right? So with these partnerships, we are building a single platform whereby anybody can convert any Web 2 website into Web 3 within 15 minutes. And I mean 15 minutes. Yeah. So imagine going to, for instance, a website, and by yourself, within 15 minutes, you can convert that website into Web 3.0. You know what that means? You've cut costs by 90%, because if you have to hire a Web 3.0 website developer to do this, it's going to take him maybe 1 month or 2 to do that for you, and he's going to charge you some whooping sum. And you're not going to hire just one person. You will need to get a front-end developer, you need a back-end developer, you need a full-stack developer, you need a blockchain Web 3.0 developer, and these people are super expensive because they are scarce, right? So with the Nexus system, the protocol coin, powering that platform, you will be able to do this at a very low cost, and you can do it within 15 minutes. So if you want to take it up as a business, just like I took helping people own their own websites as a business back in the days, and I made a lot of money from it, you can go to different people, educate them about Web 3.0 and future of it, and tell them you can help them own their own Web 3.0 website. And I mean websites that for you to sign a transaction, you will need to connect to MetaMask. For you to log in, you will need to connect to that kind of stuff. A fully compliant, Web 3.0 platform. So you can charge them. Maybe you can charge them $10,000. Instead of them paying somebody $30,000 or $20,000 to do this, you charge them half of it, and in 15 minutes, you just do it for them, and you are good to go. You can as well charge them $5,000, whatever the case is. You can decide how much you charge those people, and you make money from it. And you are spending the gas fee on Nexus to achieve this. And you can do it within 15 minutes. Now, the second thing we're also doing with our partnership with Ford Protocol is to help people to build, to build Web 3.0 platform from the scratch without having any web development knowledge. So you might never have written a single line of code. You don't know HTML, you don't know PHP, you don't need to know CSS. With the platform, you can build a fully compliant Web 3.0 platform from scratch, and you only need to click a few buttons and drag and drop. So I don't know how many of you have experience building something using WordPress. It's something similar to that. So you just drag and drop. You drag the header, you drag the title, you drag where you want the pictures to be, but the underlying code that is powering the system is Web 3.0. So this is
So we can all become coders.
Everybody can now build their own Web 3.0 platform. Everybody can now start creating their own NFT marketplace. You understand? And you can just take advantage of the Nexus, platform and do this. Yeah.
Wow, a whole lot to jump on the Nexus project. Please, Isaac, if you're on this call, just drop the link on our groups. Most people are in my DM asking me for the link to the Twitter space. And you can as well just explain to them how to connect on Twitter space, because most people have not used it before. So a little explanation would help, because actually they are actually missing a whole lot. So, sir, you said a whole lot about the Nexus token and how you've created a whole lot of amazing use cases around this project. So how can we partake or become part of this project? How do we jump in? How do we come in? And how do we, how do we get our own tokens?
Okay, all right. So to take make the most out of new projects like this, like the Nexus token, you need to be able to get in early, very early. And the early stage is called the ICO period, or the IDO, the ICO period. But then if you are fortunate enough to learn about projects like this, even before the IDO or ICO period, then you can get it even a lot more cheaper. So there is something called seed sale. Seed sale is when people that have money can take advantage of a project and buy it way cheaper than every other person. Then there is strategic sale period. During the strategic sale period, it gets even, it gets a bit more expensive, but then cheaper than the price to be sold on the IDO period. So for Nexus, we are currently on our strategic sale period. The minimum amount you can participate with right now is $1,000 minimum. So with that $1,000, you can get it at 0.03. That is 3 cents per Nexus, right? that is the price you are getting it at. So you're getting it at 3 cents. While during the public sale, which is now the IDO or ICO public sale, it will be sold at 0.07. So you can imagine how much cheaper you bought it before every other person, starts jumping on it. So you'll be very lucky to get it at that price, because by the time it now gets listed and the price starts pumping up, your advantage over the market or over other people would be much more pronounced at that time. So yeah, for you to participate, you need to make sure you have at least $1,000 minimum on this, private or strategic sale period. And if you have that, then you can go to the website www. Can something can the website be typed here? Is that possible?
I really don't know about that.
Okay. So what can happen is, for everybody who is on this space that is interested, you can send a DM to the official handle hosting this space, Brian, and then indicate that you are interested in the private sale or the strategic sale for the Nexus token. So a link will be given to you. You can follow the link and then follow the steps in that link. It's very simplified, right? So that is it. Then once you participate on the private sale, your wallet is going to be whitelisted, and whitelisting it means that you can buy more much faster during the public sale, and most importantly, you will be able to mint our NFTs when it's time. Those whose wallets is not whitelisted will not be able to mint NFTs. They will not be able to join the first set of people minting the NFTs when they are ready. So it's more like an advantage to you. Yeah. So if you have
the private sale.
Yeah, after the
how do we know the public sale?
Yes, after the private sale, we are going to be doing the public sale on multiple launch pads. Currently, we are proposing to do it on Pink Sale alongside with other launch pads. We've not announced yet. So when we conclude with these launch pads, we are going to announce, and once we make the announcement, we are going to probably have another session like this where we educate you on how you can buy from those launch pads, because different launch pads have their different mode of operation. So I may not be able to explain how all of them are going to be done, but most importantly, we're going to do videos that explains, like explainer videos that would help you to know the steps to take to participate in the public sale.
Okay, that was an amazing one. If you're just joining the call today, this is Speaking It. And today it's Speaking It special. We're talking about Nexus token, and we've had an amazing time with the CEO of Boundless Nexus Limited. And yes, Speaking It happens every Thursday. We educate people about crypto, the happenings in the crypto space, and we carry them along. Also, if you want to be part of our community, I don't know if the link can be dropped. This is our first time of using Twitter space for Picking It. We usually use Zoom. So that's why we don't have most of our community members here, because they're still finding it hard to adapt to this. But maybe next week we might go back to Zoom, because I feel Zoom is easier. Okay, so you've talked about the private sale, and I'm sure the private sale is on now. But if I want to keep some funds to be part of the public sale, so when do you project on having the public sale?
Okay, the public sale is going to start. It's going to happen in March. It's going to happen in March. The date has not been announced yet. So usually, when you hear about projects that are interesting to you, the first step you need to take is to follow them on their social media handles and join their Telegram group. So the Telegram group for the Nexus token is, you can join the Boundless Pay Telegram group actually. at boundlesspay_official. At boundlesspay_official. So when you join the group, every other information would be passed there. Both the videos I talked about, you'll be getting first-hand information. If you have any question, you can ask it in the group and someone will be there to attend to you. So the date is going to be announced officially on our Twitter handle, on our Instagram page, and on our Telegram group. Yeah, so you just keep tabs on us.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so there's a question that I'm sure that'll be in everybody's mind. How do you tend to sell this product? How do you tend to market this product? Because we all know that for a good project to strive, you have to do good publicity and good marketing. So what are the plans you have for all this?
All right, so we have several go-to-market strategies for the Nexus token and for Boundless Pay, because both of them are going hand in hand. First of all, we are leveraging on partnerships, which is very important. Partnerships have a way of announcing you beyond your imagination. So imagine you have like just 2,000 community members, and then you partner with a company that has like 100,000 community members, and this company announces to their community that they have just partnered with you. That is exposure to 100,000 community, brand new people. You understand? So we are leveraging on lots of valuable partnerships. For instance, about one or 2 weeks ago, we partnered with one of the largest, blockchain company in Asia, one of the most, amazing blockchain companies in Asia, the Kitmia network, which is first of all a regulated, what do you call it, blockchain that helps with payments at a very low transaction fee and all that. So that partnership opened us up to the Asian market. I think the same week I was in an EMA with I think more than 500 Chinese people. In fact, I was doing the presentation in English and there was an interpreter that was interpreting it in Chinese. Yeah. So it opened us up to that market, and these people now know about Boundless Pay, and eventually they are going to participate in the public sale of the Nexus token. Right? We're going to have much more EMAs with them as well. So that is a new market. The other day we partnered with Forward Protocol, and it went viral. If you go on Twitter, everywhere is buzzing this partnership all over the place. Twitter, on LinkedIn. And they already have more than 50,000, community, followers on some of their handles. I think 45,000 on Twitter and the rest on other channels. These people have known about us, and we're going to be preaching, because our partnership with them, would enable us to build that platform I talked about, the drag and drop NFT stuff. So one of our strategies, like I said, is partnerships. The second strategy is we are going to be working with ambassadors that will penetrate universities and schools within Africa, at least starting from Nigeria. There are students all over Nigeria that have not probably heard about, they have heard about cryptocurrency, but they have not experienced it for the first time. So using Nexus project, we are approaching them not just for them to buy a coin or to participate in the token sale. We are approaching them with knowledge and education, and we are giving them a tool that can keep them self-employed. You understand? So imagine a student being able to build platforms for their church, for their uncles that have websites, approaching their uncles and telling them, okay, do you know about blockchain? I can help you own a website. that will be censorship resistant, that can withstand any government. You understand? You can receive money in crypto. I mean, imagine a student being able to do this for the people he knows or she knows, right? And that is as a result of the knowledge they got from from the Nexus project or from Boundless Pay. And so with this, if you take this good news to these students, they're going to want to participate in the token. And we are not just looking at the pre-sale period, we are also looking at the post-sale. We're not going to stop marketing after the public sale is done. In fact, that is when the major work will start. We're going to start doing more marketing during this time. Then the third strategy, before I hand over to you, is social media buzz. We have recently partnered with some top influencers, and these influencers actually they were supposed to start posting all over the place from tomorrow, but we are shifting it off because of some changes we are making on our white paper and roadmap. So once we are done with that, these influencers will be able to talk about it all over the place, and we are going to see some massive increase in our followership and membership in our Telegram membership. So we're also open to other forms of marketing for those who are interested in taking the news far and wide. We are open. Our DM is open. You can just DM us and we can discuss.
Oh, okay. You said a whole lot. Amazing strategies you've got there. And I feel campus ambassadors, that will work very, very well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So sorry. I didn't know that we have one of our big partners and investors on the call, Abdullahan. I think you can give him access to speak. Yeah, just give him access to speak. And some of the questions he can answer them as well. You can also give Sarafina, you'll see Sarafina on the call, access to speak to.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Okay, but before I do that, I want to say something, lest I forget. You said the token private sale, you have to go in with about $1,000. So after the private sale, you didn't say the exact amount that someone can go in or can buy the coins, because most people in their head now they're thinking, okay, I have to have $1,000 to have Nexus token. So can you just clear the air on that?
Okay, all right. So the $1,000 I mentioned is for those who want to participate on the private sale. For the public sale, the minimum is going to be as low as $40 or $20. I don't know, but it's going to be as low as $20 so that anybody can participate in the public sale. We don't want just a few persons holding the coin. We need to have like so many holders so that the trading volume would be evenly spread, right? So on the public sale, this is going to be achieved. We want to have like 5,000 persons participating in the public sale, or maybe 1,000 persons and more, while the rest of the people, trades it, when it gets listed. So yeah, for those who can't afford the private sale, all you need is somewhere around $40. So you can start keeping your money for the public sale ready.
Okay, thank you very much. That was very, very important to clear the air on that. Yeah. I've made Mr. Abdullah speaker. I don't know. If you have any question, just let me know so that you can ask your questions and get cleared. So, sir, you can ask him if he wants to speak, because he muted himself, so I don't know. And Sarafina did not accept to be speaker also.
Okay, I guess she's either driving or something. All right, so
yeah, I think so.
Hi Abdullah, can you hear me?
Hey Franklin, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for joining this space today. I'm happy to see you here.
Our Nigeria community, right?
Yes.
Not really the Nigerian community of Boundless Pay. It's Grand End community. So yes, it's telling us about the Nexus token and how we can jump on it.
Okay. So is there any questions from this community and about the project, so we can be able to answer it? If there's no questions, I also want to share my suggestions as an early investor about this project.
Yeah, we've been asking a lot of questions, and Mr. Franklin has actually done justice to so many questions. So you can actually hear your suggestion as an early investor, so you can learn from it and motivate it.
Okay, so what I want to try to say that it's because blockchain cryptocurrency, they change the traditional organization structures. The traditional organization structures, the company, the client, the shareholder is different. You understand what I'm saying? I will give you a reference like Zenith Bank, the client of Zenith Bank, and the owner of Zenith Bank, and the employees of Zenith Bank are different.
Okay.
So, but in blockchain and cryptocurrency, we developed a token like Nexus token. So this token, as a governance token, actually is kind of reduce the frictions and the conflicts between different stakeholders. So it will eliminate, let me say, the potential conflict of interest between the shareholders, employees, and clients, and also the community. So that is why the most important thing in the blockchain project that is actually the community. And after the community, that is, we need to have a consensus. And this consensus is very, very important. What is consensus? Consensus is something that we commonly believe. In togetherness, we believe. We all believe. Likewise, right now, if you go to Iraq, okay, people will accept the Bitcoin. If you go to South Korea, people will accept the Bitcoin. If you go to Argentina, people will accept the Bitcoin or Ethereum, which means they have a very large consensus. And how to build this consensus is from this community. So that's why I always put I'm trying to as a partner and to suggest to Franklin that we need to put our community as a priority, and also through this token investment and the token holders, and we will engage all the stakeholders collectively to develop this ecosystem, because everyone in this ecosystem, when we prosper, we will enjoy together. When we collapse, we will suffer together. So the token were designed is not only a utility token for SV, but also it's a token for governance token to develop the ecosystem and to reduce and eliminate the conflicts between different stakeholders, and everyone to serve together is number two. And end of the day, and also that is we will use this token to meet a stable coin that price is Naira.
Yeah.
Because right now when we're using remittance, right? When we do the remittance, we're using different protocols, different stakeholders, and different coins. But we can actually meet a stable coin like price is Naira, and while the existing Nexus token can be served as part of the underlying asset. So let's see in the future, maybe we are going to mint $1 million, all right, or 1 million or 1 billion Naira. So the underlying asset will be maybe 5% or 10% with Nexus token, 50% with Bitcoin, 30% with fiat money. So that is why we consider that is we needed to introduce more community to participate. When we have a collection of 100,000 people or 50,000 people, and ourselves is a self-sufficient ecosystem. So the tokens will be in circulation, all right? So the asset does not generate value. Only trading, circulation will generate value. So that is why the suggestion I'm trying to discuss with the community, and we need to continuously spend more effort to expand the community. And from my side, why I'm an early investor of this project, because there's several thoughts I want to share with our community. Firstly, I believe that the largest adoption for cryptocurrency and blockchain will take place only in Africa, not in America, not in China. People might say, why you think so? You say America and China has more digital infrastructure, and why the largest adoption, the largest unicorn were happening in Nigeria instead of China, instead of America. So why? Because China is already have a very established system. Yeah. The legacy system is very established. The bank is very strong, is very established. The Alipay is very established. So right now you want to take over from this market is extremely difficult. All right. Yeah. So, but in Nigeria, 50% the people does not have a bank account. So if you want a traditional legacy system to solve this problem, it's difficult. It's very difficult, and it's very costly. I know how many branches of Dennis Bank, how many electricity they are using. So and how many like people they are going to engage, which means like to use traditional legacy system to solve the problem of the financial inclusion in Nigeria is not possible. It's not feasible, and these banks will not serve the unbanked people. They want to serve the rich people. They want to serve the established people. So that is why if you want to use legal system to do it, is difficult. This is my first consideration. Secondly, that is like in a place like Dubai, Singapore, and here there's no need too much about crypto. People will need crypto only for what? Only for investment. You understand? We will buy crypto here. But in Dubai, you can say we don't have a remittance problem because we can send money anywhere very easily. You understand what I'm saying? So, but in Nigeria has all this tight control and have this high inflation problem, have this Naira is devaluating at this very moment. So we have all these problems, you know, we have these problems. So Nigeria has a much more concrete demand in terms of some money system, independent settlement system, more than any other economies. And only through the emerging market, only through the new technologies, we have a chance and a possibility to solve the problems of financial inclusion. So, and this can only take place in Nigeria and Africa, all this area that does not fully industrialized, that has not fully been modernized. We don't have any liabilities. We don't have any liabilities. We don't have any concerns, and we just embrace the latest technology and the latest adoption will happen in this area. So that is my second observation. That is why in America, I'm an investor. In America, I only invest in mining. But I know applications will only take place in Nigeria and this kind of areas or Africa. That is my thought pattern and consideration. All right. Apart from this one, that is apart from this moment, that's true. Because I was in China like 2017, Chinese market is crazy. By 2018, South Korean market is very crazy. And right now, you will see Nigeria is crazy about crypto, but there's no indigenous project because Nigeria is a buyer of Bitcoin. Nigeria is a buyer of Ethereum. African as the users of blockchain. Africans are not the drivers. So we want to support the indigenous project that is driving the blockchain adoption, that understand Africa, that developed by Africa, that is going to serve the Africa. Because you guys will understand Africa more more than anybody else as an outsider, more than people from Silicon Valley, more than people from Dubai, more than people from China. So we need to support an indigenous economy. This is number 2. And the thing that is, I'm sorry, yeah. And the thing that is right now, that is for the early guys, that is a buyer of Nexus token. I don't want you guys come as an investor. You have to understand that this ecosystem is driven by all of us, not by one person, not by Franklin, not by me. It's by all of us. It's by our ecosystem. Because once you are holding this token, we are all stakeholders. We have a responsibility to promote. We have a responsibility to build this brand. We have a responsibility to utilize it. So we want to develop a concept that everybody has a possibility, everybody has a rule to govern the ecosystem together. And you are not an investor, you're relevant, you're part of the system. And let us make this project as a successful use case for blockchain, and to make it a unicorn. And all of us will have a good returns in the future. And also we will learn the experience, how to grow up, and maybe at the end of the day, we'll start your own business. This is something I want to say, and I'm very happy to share discussion with Franklin. And if there's any questions from the community, I will be very happy. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for that. If you have any question, just indicate so that you make a speaker, then you can ask your question.
Yeah.
Apologies, I missed out previously when I was meant to talk. My name is Sarafina. You can call me DeFi Goddess, I like to be called. Abdullah, it was actually a pleasure listening to you. Very interesting. Obviously, 2 things you said that struck to me was the acknowledgement of the massive job that people are doing in Africa, people like Blockchain Oracle, the exposure they give to Africa, especially Nigerian blockchain industry. I understand this started years ago, probably as early as 2016, and it has advanced to where it is, creating jobs even more than the government. Honestly, I just can't get over it thinking from here. So I'm actually happy and pleased that you acknowledge that. So it's interesting. And then the second aspect was when you talked about becoming an investor, it literally took the words off my mouth, because so we look at this as a company. So if you buy shares in a company, what do you become? You become a shareholder. Yeah, of course, an investor and a shareholder at the same time. So you'll become part of the company. In fact, the core decisions of the company, some of them cannot actually be made without your consent, without your approval as a member of the company. So we want to be part of this, what is happening. And to be honest, in my opinion, this is a rare opportunity. So you think about DMB, think about other projects that people had the chance to invest at the very early stage. And some you would think today that, okay, if I heard about it, I would have. And then, so today is another day. I'm actually not missing this, to be fair. I am not going to miss this one. And what hasn't been mentioned, except I was late, was that obviously we are rooted, Nexus, I understand, is rooted in the United Kingdom, in the sense that it's actually registered in the company house here. So that gives it reputation, gives it integrity that most projects don't have. I live in the UK and I know what that means. So please, I would encourage us to go to spread the word. And when you're spreading, I do not think, and I don't see it as invitation. I see it as opportunity. So how passionate I am about cryptocurrency. When I see anybody I want to liberate from poverty, from lack, I give them opportunity. So this is us creating opportunity for you to liberate friends. You know, you can't keep financially helping them, but you can give them opportunity, which is what this has created. If you are opportune to hear this today, then obviously count yourself very fortunate. So give the word out, help as many friends as possible to get involved now. And before I panicked, but I was pleased to understand that private sale is still ongoing. I worried because I didn't actually want to lose out on that. I don't want to buy high. So thank you again, CEO, for this privilege. And I'm going to encourage those of us here in these spaces to take the word out and most importantly, follow up. You can't just put your money and leave it. You need to follow through. Look at us in another 3, 4, 5 years from now and where we're going to be. I'm very pleased to be part of this journey. And so again, I'm quite happy to take questions if there's any. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Someone requested to speak. Krishna. Oh, I think he left the call. He actually requested to speak. Somebody else requested to speak. Okay, if you have any question, you can actually request to speak so that we can round up the piece. Okay, we're not getting any question. Please, can you just say your last word so that we can round up?
All right. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you all for joining this space today. Thank you, Mr. Abdullaham, for clarifying a couple of things. And thank you, Sarafina, for stepping in. The truth is that when opportunities come to us, most times we shake it off by not maybe doing our own proper research, and I wouldn't know. So don't take our word for it. Do your research. Check out what we're doing in Boundless Pay. We are not selling you a dream. Boundless Pay is already up and running. So if you go on Google Play Store, if you have an Android phone, or if you go to App Store, if you use iPhone, you can download the app. You can try to use it. You can send money at a very low cost. You can withdraw to your Nigerian bank account. You can swap from one coin to another. We are currently working on our DeFi box so that you'll be able to stake and earn tokens, right? And you can also be able to start saving as well to earn interest. So all these things are currently functional. And then within 1 month after the Nexus token is launched, you'll be able to start using the token to access our NFT marketplace. And then I actually forgot to mention this part, but Abdullah said it. We are going to be launching a stable coin, a Naira stable coin, which is going to be backed partially by Nexus, partially by RMB, partially by USDT and Bitcoin. So with that, you will be able to have a digital version of Naira. It's not e-Naira. It's going to be even far much better. You will be able to spend your e-Naira, your digital stable coin, and you have more value, you understand, within the Boundless Pay app with this. So we have a whole lot in the works. I don't know if just in my final words, I had a conversation with our advisor and investor Abdullah around even making a movie NFT. I think Abdullah, you want to hint on that?
Yes. Hi, guys. I want to invite you to participate in our movie.
Yeah.
All right. Why I want to develop a movie about cryptocurrency concept, because nobody's doing this at this very moment. Because I know that Nigeria movie industry is moving very, very wildly. All right, it's like the Wild West. All right, but the industry is not, let me say, lacks capital and lacks technologies. All right, even the market is moving very good and it's very popular. So I know that not a movie is not only popular in Africa, but also in the, let me say, Black American community in the United States. and also it has a lot of like audience in Caribbean countries like Haiti, Brazil, So, which means like if we produce a movie from Nigeria, which means we can expose crypto concept to a global stage. It has a very wide audience, more than Nigeria market. Actually, it covers Africa and covers Caribbean. It covers many jurisdictions. So we want to use like this movie to deliver a concept about cryptocurrency and about entrepreneurship, about startups, and the message we are trying to say, we are trying to deliver is to the young generation, to the world, not only to Nigeria, because you see that by 2050, I believe Nigeria is going to be the third largest populous nation in the world. By that time, maybe we are going to have 600 million people or 800 million people by that time, and most of them will be very young. 80% population will be 80% will be below 30, and which means we need a lot of jobs, we need a lot of innovations to accommodate such an expansion of population. So, and currently we have to say that Nigeria economy, we cannot rely on government to solve the problem, because you see, Nigerian society, especially private sectors, we need to deal with this one alone. And if you put your hope, put your expectation, and about your success, about the future, only to the government, I have to say that you will be disappointed, and you will be disappointed. So you see, so we need technologies and the innovation governance model to solve this society problem. You see, likewise, right now, let us because in the future, because of the digital infrastructure, we are going to be connected. Let me say, I'll give you a perfect example. Like in the future, as a Nigeria, I can have a smartphone and I can get a free internet link from Elon Musk, because he can give us free free internet. So we can, if once you have a phone, you have Wi-Fi all the time, which means we don't have to buy data from anywhere. This is number one, which means we have digital access to the internet. Number one. Number two, we have our own currency, like Bitcoin, like Ethereum, and everything. And this currency is not controlled by anyone. It is decentralized, and it is scalable, and it is a hard and sound money. So we can use this for payment. We can buy anything from anywhere from the world, and the currency we are going to use is from has a big consensus, and anywhere can accept it. So that kind, which means we don't need the bank too much. We don't need the government at that much. We need to be on our own. We need to be self-sufficient. We don't want to put our fortune, put our future, put our property, put our privacy, put our freedom to a centralized entity. We need to reduce that dependency. So this movie, we're trying to say that is we want to give a concept and a message and a promise to the generation that is, even you are from Nigeria, even you are from Argentina, you from China, it doesn't matter. But once you embrace the latest technologies, we embrace the latest economic ideas. Once we have this entrepreneurship, we have a possibility not only to change our own destiny, but also our society. So this is the story we are trying to say, we are trying to deliver. And if any guys want to play as an actor in this movie, it will be rewarded with Nexus token. So you can to play. Yeah.
Okay, so the movie can also be seen in cinema. Where we use
the movie. We can use NFT to raise fund, and also the movies can be delivered on US and in China. We need to promote together. Yes.
Yeah, that's cool. That's beautiful. Okay, thank you so much, Abdullahan. That's a whole lot for us to take into account. Our sessions is usually 1 hour. We've stayed 1 hour, 25 minutes. Sorry, I usually keep to time. I'm so sorry. Today is a special session. That's why we had to stay this long. So we also had other people streaming on Zoom. And I'm sure your network became clear because I can still see some people on Zoom. And also we're streaming live on YouTube. So trust me, it was an amazing session. We got to know more about tokens, about Nexus token, how we can jump on it. And also, if you don't have a Boundless Pay app, you don't want to have a Nexus token if you don't have Boundless Pay app. So like the CEO earlier said, you can download Boundless Pay on your iOS or Play Store. And if you need a referral code, you can use my name, Gold, GOLD for your referral code. Actually, today I used my app to pay an Uber driver, and it was actually very interesting. He got interested and wanted to know more about crypto and more about Boundless Pay. You can also do the same. Just spread the gospel wherever you are. Anybody you just come in contact with, you can tell the person about Boundless Pay. That's how we can push blockchain and crypto adoption in the little way we can. So if you joined the session for the first time today, this is Pick a Niche, powered by GrindN. In GrindN, we educate people about crypto. We give you updates. So if you need a community to be part of, you can join GrindN community. We teach you how to trade. We teach you more about crypto. We teach you about investments. We teach you a whole lot about the money market. And it's been an amazing session. I learned a lot. Thank you, Mr. Franklin. Thank you, Abdullahan. Thank you, Sarafina. And thank you, everybody, for joining this session. Tomorrow, we'll have another session in Boundless Pay community. You can get to know more about the Nexus token and about the project. And also see you next week for an amazing session on Pick a Niche. We'll get to teach you more about crypto. I think tomorrow we'll be talking about simplifying cryptocurrencies. And that will be very fun and interesting, as we always have amazing sessions. So see you all next week. Thank you for joining the call. Do have an amazing night rest and good night, everybody. Bye.
Okay. Bye then.
Bye.
Night, good everyone. Good night. Thank you.